Hi and welcome, dear students. Today I am going to guide you regarding your notebook maintenance. I have already given you verbal guidance, but I wanted to show you certain examples so that you have a perfect idea of what is to be done. Guidelines for the notebook maintenance. First of all, you need to have your notebook index page or the content page well in place. Ensure that you have a column for the serial number. We have already been doing this, but if you are using a new notebook or you are continuing with your notebook, make sure you continue with the serial number. And date, please write the date in this manner. For example, we reported back to school on 30th of August 2020. So whatever was done on the first day, please write the content over here. That is, we have done reflections on pandemic, how this pandemic has affected our life, and it continues. It's a recurring assignment which will continue over several days, weeks and months, so that you collect lots of information pertaining to various walks of life. The second one is the 31st of August, which was done. I'm just giving one example from one of the classes, but it applies to all the classes. This is the way it is to be maintained. If the lesson was from the literature, please write LIT and then write the title to that particular lesson. Please leave the space for me to sign. Please be very careful of the spelling of the short abbreviation that I've used for signature, SIGN. Please do not write SING. Teacher is not going to sing in that column. It is teacher's signature. And then the remarks, whatever remarks I need to write, please leave ample space for that particular column. And this column, this page continues in the notebook. You need to have at least 4 sides left in the beginning of the notebook, so that you have ample space for all the index entries to be done. So this is your index. An index entry is done for every lesson every day. Sometimes we have 2 classes, so you need to do 2 entries. Sometimes in our class itself we do very brief lessons, maybe a grammar, maybe writing. So for grammar you do a separate entry, for your writing you do a separate entry. Next is the skill tracker. Skill tracker is directly related to your learning target video, which was shared a day in advance when the school reopened. You need to go back to that learning target file video, and you need to look at the last column. The last column has a set of NCERT learning indicators, or the objectives, or the learning objectives, or the outcomes that you need to have. You need to use those in order to create your own skill tracker. I'm going to guide you how you're going to create those skill tracker. Though I have got a column right at the bottom, but still I need to read out the instructions so that you have a very clear idea of the instructions. Refer the learning targets. I just told you about that. Refer that video and create the learning targets tracker in your notebook. So we are going to create it now. Ensure a double line heading with the title Learning Target Tracker. Now let me show you. Scroll down. Learning Target Tracker. Draw a double line on the top of the page so that you have this skill tracker with the heading and the week, because for every week you are going to have a different tracker. And if I were to check your notebook, say 6 weeks later, I should see 6 skills tracker in your notebook. Alright, because earlier I couldn't give you this piece of information. I know that you have not tracked your skills. Then you have draw 4 columns ensuring the serial number in the margin. Now these 4 columns, if I were to show you, column 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and this is the serial number over here, and this is spaces for the learning targets, and here you are going to rate yourself. This is an extra which is optional. I'll guide you why this particular last one is optional. Right, I can identify whatever you identify from your learning target, last column in the right hand side. From there you bring the skills and you write your learning targets over here. Though in your learning target I have copy pasted the NCERT learning indicators together, the CBSE objectives together, but that one long statement has got many skills, and that skill is a goal which continues over 6 months or even 6 weeks or months or several long duration. You need to pick a word from there, which is one skill, and you need to write your own statement. For example, I can identify the main idea of, this is one of the lessons in from one of the classes. For example, if it's grade 7 will write, I can identify the main idea of when wishes come true. If grade 8 is writing, I can identify the idea of the secret of machines. Grade 9 is writing, grade 9 can say, I can identify the main idea of the snake and the mirror. If grade 10 is writing, grade 10 will write, I can identify the main idea of animals by Walt Whitman. So this is how you create your skill tracker with I can statements. Now you may add the title yourself, because you can be specific, and if you are doing 2-3 lessons in a week, you can write that skill with reference to 2-3 different lessons. In the next 3 columns, add your tracking tick. Now I am giving you the option whether you want to add a tick, or you want to shade it, you want to color it, or you want to use the smileys. This liberty is given to you to maintain your book the way you want to maintain. I know that certain students really decorate their books and maintain it very well. So I'm giving you a hint because I could use color coding. So I'm using color coding over here. Those you want to use a smiley, you can use a happy face for if you have achieved met the target, sad face if you are at the emergent level, and a straight line face, that means you're just progressing, you're not very too sure of all the skills involved in it. And you can show a very delighted and open eyes kind of excited face if you are gone beyond the curriculum and extended learning target you have achieved. The last column, which I've just shown, the blue color one, is optional, because your main target is to achieve the curriculum goals of NCERT and CBSE. If you are doing something extra, that I have shown in my learning target that I have added enrichment in my curriculum, that means that certain students have good skills and they want to develop on those skills. I have given them opportunities. For example, one of the students went ahead and created a poem. So that can be written. I'll show you the example. That is an extended one. The student can write, I can write the story, or I can create poem I can create poem, or I can write a blank words poem all by myself. Let me read the certain examples that I have quoted over here. It might differ from class to class and learning target to learning target. I can identify the main idea from the lesson. I can identify the details, the name of the lesson. I can appreciate a poem using a rubric. I can summarize a poem. I can write, make sure this word that is given over here, this is taken from the learning target. You do not change this word, because these are the measurable words of your skill. I have in one of the previous videos I have taught you how to use a thesaurus. If you want to use a thesaurus, you can go back and use that, go through that video, and you can bring in that learning target skill which is given to you. You can write, I can use a thesaurus to find synonyms. I can use a thesaurus to find antonyms. Now comes the level of your skill. How good are you? It is just like driving. I'm a beginning at driving. I'm a skilled driver. I'm a highly skilled driver. The same way, what is the level of your skill? If you're emergent, that emergent means a beginner. Progressing, that means you need several practices and you are developing on those skills. Most of you can mark yourself as progressing, because on the first go you do not master the skill. Then you may say met the learning target. That means the curriculum target has been met by you. You're quite confident that you can, if you are challenged with that skill, if you're given a task based on that skill, you can do it very well, scoring 100%. And this extended skill I have already explained to you. This is optional. Anyone who is attempting the extended learnings can go ahead and create an extended learning column. It is not compulsory for all. Going on to the next I have gotten a sample of the notebook page. Now notebook page, I expect that you have a double line heading. Certain students ask me, ma'am, what do you mean by a double line? Double line means, assume this particular line is a single line where you write another single line. So when you take two single lines, place a ruler on the top, draw a line, place a ruler at the bottom, draw a line. So in between these you will have two single lines. That is what I call a double line. So for a header, always when you're beginning some new lesson, always create with a double line. The date, the way I have shown over here, do not write above it, do not just write half of it, write the full complete date in the margin on the upper one. Then we have got several books. For example, grades 7 and 8, they have got the codes book, literature book, workbook. Grade 9 and 10, they've got the names of the different books like Beehive, Moments, and workbook. Grade 10 has got First Flight, Footprint Without Feet, and Words and Expressions Part 2 workbook. So you can write the name of your book, the unit number, and section number. I have picked an example from grade 7. So it's just an exemplar for everyone to get an idea. Unit number 1. Section number 2 means under unit there are 3 lessons, so the second lesson under that. Then the title to that particular lesson, it is packing. The name of the writer, you can add the name of the writer, and for your own reference, if you want an additional reference to be added, it is the page number that you can add. Then I expect that you all write the learning objective, so that when I'm going through your notebook, I understand what is the skill that you were trying to achieve in this particular lesson. To identify the main idea and details. This is the learning objective for this particular lesson. Then I want the KWL exercise, that is K, this is K, what I know, W and L. I call this KWL. Have your KWL in place, that means what I know. Now before beginning a lesson, I don't expect you to know much or anything about it, but just by looking at the title you can get some idea what I know. I know from the title that the short story is about packing something, so that kind of presence of mind is expected of you, that level of knowledge and skill, that you can make out something from the title itself. So what I know, you write a statement over here. Then what I want to know, of course, after reading the title you are enthusiastic, and you would, with what intention are you going to read that lesson? It is not that because it is prescribed for you that you want to read it or you want to study it. You should have some inclination, intention to read that lesson. So put down that intention over here. I want to know more about who was packing. I want to know what happened. I want to know what is so interesting about that a short story was written. Then this is to be left in the very beginning of the lesson. It is not expected when you begin the lesson. This column is to be completed at the end of the lesson. When you complete the lesson, you come back to your KWL chart, and then you see what have you achieved in that particular lesson. For example, I have written, I have learned that packing was a humorous story about 3 friends who had no skills to pack for a brief holiday. Now this seems like a summary, but in language skills, if you have learned the language of humor, you can add over here. For example, you can say, I have learned to write humor. So this is what is expected of you, not the summary of the story. I hope that it is clear to you that this upper part, this is not required. I have learned to write humor, this is required. If you have learned new words, new vocabulary, you can say, I have learned vocabulary about traveling. Okay, I have learned vocabulary about traveling. You have learned about how to pack, how to move things around, maybe and the vocabulary pertaining to cargoing, all those things if you have learned, you can write that. But do not write the summary of the lesson in the last column. It is the language skill that is expected of you in this particular column. Proceeding to the next part, that is, now what do you do in the lesson? It is expected of you, usually most of my lessons I share with you as a video form, or in the during the class a lecture is on. So note taking is expected of. It is a short story, the place, the setting, the characters, what happened, the cause, the problem, solution, problem, conflict, all that you need to take down just by one word entry, so that you have certain notes prepared. Bullet points or key information is expected. If you are asked to watch a video, you are expected to record information, because that is your total taking from the class. If you are watching a video and you are not recording anything in your notebook, there is no taking from the class at all. So note taking is essential. Then draw a line after you have finished the work. You may take a page or you may take 2 pages. It's up to you how many bullet points or information you want to take. And usually the note taking is not a very presentable part in the notebook. It is written hurriedly while you are attending a lecture or watching a video. So do not try to maintain this as a very neat part. It is definitely done hurriedly. Short forms are also allowed, but I expect that you write at least one word or a bullet point over there. Word meanings, these are certain this is a space for new words. While you are attending or watching a video or a lecture, you may take down the new word over there, but you are expected to return to this exercise and look up in the dictionary and write a meaning for that new word. If you want to develop further, it is advisable for grade 9 and 10 students especially, and grade 8 can also do it, that you go refer a thesaurus and find synonyms for it, that means similar meaning words, and find antonyms for it, that means the opposite of that. This is how you build your vocabulary. It's a skill builder. If you want to extend and you want to have the blue column in your notebook, skill tracker, this is one area where you can go ahead and build your language, build your vocabulary. Then the next one is a mind map. Most of the time I used to give you a photocopy of a mind map or a graphic organizer. You can have a page or 2 pages for it depending on the topic that you are covering. If you are tracking the lesson, the process of the story, you can have a process graphic organizer. If you are doing a conflict and solution, then you can have a conflict resolution. If you are doing a plot of a story, you can have the triangular diagram of a plot. These graphic organizers are available on the internet. You may track it and you may draw and use it for organizing your information in the notebook. Then comes your regular exercise, the question answers, complete the following, tabulated information, general exercise that is to be completed over here. And please draw a line. This line means draw a neat line after completing the exercise. Then I have the next part of it, self-reflection or DIRT. We have been doing this for quite some time and this practice is to be continued. Self-reflection after an exercise, DIRT stands for Dedicated Improvement Reflection Time. Now how to do DIRT? I have got certain sentence starters and I've got one sample for you to go through it. DIRT I have written vertically and I've filled the space. I can. Now I can do what? For example, you need to go back. What was the main idea in my lesson, main learning objective? It was to identify the main idea and details. Now I need to write I can. Okay, I can identify the main idea in the short story, but I need to identify the main idea in the short story. Okay, but I need to focus on how to find the supporting details. See, this is one example. Reflection is what is that you would like to reflect on. I will spend some time practicing it. I could do something, but I couldn't do something, so I stumbled upon this. I found this difficult. I found this challenging. You need to reflect on it. What is that troubled you in the lesson, and that you need to promise yourself to do better. This is for time, allocating time. What kind of time will you spend in practicing it? I promise myself to spend 10 minutes and practice the skill twice a week. It's up to the person. Once a week, or maybe 1 or 2 practices, and that's it. I'll be through it. I have got an example for you, a sampler from a student's notebook. You can say that the person should have written, I can identify the facts and opinions and bias, examples, and I understand the facts cannot be challenged and the opinions can be challenged. He has given his understanding also over there. Then he has written that I want to improve on understanding the difference between fact, opinion and bias. That's a very focused point that this student has identified, that he wanted to develop on this because that was causing a little confusion to him. And then he has written that I will research on fact, opinion and bias to understand the difference on. He has selected certain website that where he wanted to go and practice. And the last example that we have is how much time does he intend to spend on practicing his skill. I want to set 15 minutes for research, and I also want to set 20 minutes for practicing it in my notebook. So he has set certain time scale for himself to practice and develop it. Now I hope the students will practice and maintain their notebooks well. I know that during distance learning the notebooks are not seen, but it is expected that you maintain your notebook well. It is your personal portfolio and it speaks a lot about your personality. I hope that you will maintain it well. Thank you very much for watching, and those who are new on the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get the notification when I upload the video again. And if you liked it and you want to remember this particular video, kindly hit like so that it gets added in your liked playlist, and kindly share it with family and friends if you enjoy it. Thank you very much.